Executive committee meeting for the Board of Directors of the Sacramento Metropolitan Fire District. Would you call the roll, please?
Yes, Director Weber.
Here.
Director Costa.
Here.
President Wood.
Here.
Thank you. All are present.
All right, we've got a consent item to vote on. If do you have any questions on that?
Nope.
If I can get a motion in a second, we'll get the consent voted on.
I'll make the motion, please. Second.
All right,
Call the roll,
Director Weber.
Aye.
Director Costa.
Aye.
President Wood.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion passes.
All right, we have one action item, and that's consider retaining a consultant for a board strategic planning session. In the past, we've done these every other year, it seems. We get together and map out where we want to go as a district. We've reached out in the past to consultants to help us out. We've also utilized staff to help us out in the past. Staff has done a great job. The consultants have done well. The last time we did this, the last couple of times we did this with staff, it is a massive time commitment to put on them. And so we haven't had one for a couple of years now with all the activity coming in with Measure O and wanting to make sure that we get on the right path and we do what we need to do with that portion of our organization, but also not miss the other important aspects of running this organization. I thought maybe it'd be a good idea to put this back on our calendar for this year. I did get a suggestion for a consultant. We reached out to that consultant. They've also got some very good references from other agencies in the community here. They're familiar with special districts, which is a kind of a unique thing. And so you have the consideration for Weiss Group before you. The budget is estimated at $7,500. I've spoken with Dave O'Toole, and the board budget is $260,000. We didn't have this budgeted in this fiscal year, but he did say it's something that we could work on before final budget,
okay,
if need be. So if you have any questions, want to talk about the concept further, open the floor.
Yes, sir. Yeah, because I wasn't here for the last one, I'd like to know the nuts and bolts of it. I got your overview, but nuts and bolts, how this firm, an outside entity, comes in and grasps our concept. I would imagine the umbrella and the curriculum is very similar to special districts and fire districts. But I understand Director Costa may have more insight on this. And then further, I would like to at least have a conversation in-house and see if it's possible, if they can handle this workload, or if they say no joy, then certainly move forward with this process. That's my recommendation or questions. So
to your direct question about talking to staff, I spoke with staff. It wasn't recently, it was several months ago in a conversation I had with Jeff, and we talked about the commitment that it takes to put one of these on. Certainly, if that's the direction we want to go, he was more than happy to take that on and do it. But much like everything else we ask our people to do, they always smile and do it no matter what.
Okay.
But I did get the sense from him, and I do know from prior ones that there's a massive amount of hours that go into it.
Right.
The outside consultant does take a little bit of staff time because they do interviews. They'll interview each of us. They'll interview executive staff, and they do interview department heads and other, some of the line workers.
So they do get a feel of who we are.
Yeah, they get in and spend time. But the good thing there is you've got all of that assembly, a gathering of data is being done by somebody who's not our staff, as opposed to, somebody who can sit down with one of the deputy chiefs or an assistant chief or a captain and spend 45 minutes or an hour with that individual and then 45 minutes or an hour over there. It's not as much of a time pull for a group of 3 or 4 people to spend what turns out to be several weeks worth of work to get it together. That's my experience, but.
And I would say, other than the staff time, it's a third party that doesn't see the world we do, right? So they'll ask questions that we didn't think about, and they will push us to think beyond our current framework or the present, taking into account Measure O and other things that we're looking at. This particular group I've worked with extensively, top-notch group. They spend a lot of time prepping and preparing so that the day is utilized and efficient. And then the report they come back with has always been superb. So, I mean, I think it's a great group, a great opportunity for us, especially given Measure O and just what's happening around us. It's a good opportunity to just reset, make sure we're going in the right direction.
Right, and I hate to do this publicly, but to show my ignorance on this, if you two think that this is the best course of action for us, I certainly will go along with what your decision is. But again, not being involved in this in the past and the whole process and what the nuts and bolts of it looks like, I'm gonna have to defer to you two.
And just for your comfort level, Director Weber, the plan would be that if we decide to go with this, if we vote for this concept, we would then direct staff to reach out and negotiate a contract that they would then bring back to the full board for full consideration. So it's not, we're not the final say. We're just the gatekeeper to get to the full board. So we will still have time to vet it and talk about it. And you'll be able to hear the input and comments from other board members that have been through this in the past.
That's good stuff.
Right.
So with that being said, if you have any other questions, should we move this on to the full board, direct staff to, I guess the motion would be, should we direct staff to negotiate a contract that could come back for the full board at the next meeting for consideration?
Yep, I'll make that motion.
All right.
Second.
We get the roll, please.
Director Weber, Director Costa,
Aye.
and President Wood.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion passed.
All right, our next item is a closed session item, and so we'll be recessing and coming back out shortly. All right, we're back. We're back. We've got.
Microphone. Do your mic.
It's on. All right, we're coming back from the closed session with the executive committee. We met tonight. John, is it okay for me to report this? Okay. Okay.
Not only is it okay.
Well, supposed to. Thank you. All right, so the executive committee met tonight for a public employee performance evaluation of the fire chief pursuant to government code sections 54957B1 and 54954.5E, and no reportable action was taken. So that's the end of the executive committee. We don't have a meeting to come back on, but we will set one as needed.